Perspectives on Korean Cuisine by Gabe Pascua. Prior to my path to medicine, I actually wanted to become a chef. My inspiration for this video comes from the fact that I never had Korean food until college, and I would say my first time having authentic Korean cuisine was during my time at Yonsei. Entering Korea, I was surprised at the number of dishes I received, along with my main dish. The dish composition for a Korean meal consists of pap, which is rice, banchan, the side dishes, and either soup or a main protein. This picture is my meal at the IFC Mall in Yeouido, and the soup, miyeokguk, is easily the best soup I've ever had. It's like a seaweed beef broth. The panchan in particular strikes my attention because in America, a typical meal consists of your main dish with one large side dish, like a hamburger with one large french fries. Whereas in this photo, for example, there are several side dishes, each portion very small. In my opinion, I enjoy the Korean take on side dishes much more because there's many more flavors and textures to experience. Speaking of flavors, the flavors I've experienced here are drastically different from the States. In America, I would say that salty and umami are the reigning flavors, whereas in Korea, food is typically much less salty and much more emphasis is put on sour. One thing I also notice is how prevalent the color red is on my plate. Korean cooking makes use of a lot of chili powder and gochujang, which gives several dishes a cool, distinct orange-red color. Coming from someone who doesn't take spice well, I have come to enjoy dishes like tteokbokki, but I'm still trying to get myself to like more pungent, spicy dishes like kimchi. One very distinctive facet of Korean cuisine I found is the prevalence of fermented and pickled foods. Kimchi and chicken mu are often served to me, and I usually eat chicken mu everywhere I eat Korean fried chicken. What surprises me is that the process of preparing, preserving, fermenting, and pickling foods takes several days, yet these foods are served in almost every restaurant. So I'd like to think that Korean cooks are proud of this process and the effort it takes to produce such foods. I'd like to end on health because back at home I'm invested in nutrition and tracking calories. In Korea, I was so surprised how restaurant food here is so low in calories compared to the States. Even McDonald's burgers here are averaging around 100 to 200 calories less than burgers in American McDonald's. And after doing some research, I found that Korean cooking doesn't make use of a lot of oil or butter, if any at all. In this photo of my meal in Busan, no oil is used and there's a ton of vegetables. I also noticed that Korean condiments and sauces aren't very fatty, as they don't use mayo or cream cheese. So I appreciate how fresh the food tastes in Korea and how much emphasis is put on health. All in all, trying Korean food in Korea has been one of my best life experiences, and I look forward to incorporating a lot of these cooking techniques and facets into my own cooking at home. Thank you.